How Trump's Megabill transfers wealth in the U.S. It took intense lobbying from President Donald Trump, an all-nighter, and a vote on a bill for which many people did not yet have a clear grasp of the final changes, but House Republicans got it done this week. They passed their version of the One Big, Beautiful Bill, a behemoth that pairs tax cuts with new provisions that will push people off Medicaid and food assistance. Low-income Americans will feel the effect of changes to aid programs, while the wealthy will see most of the windfall from tax cuts, according to multiple assessments. Democrats argue the trade-off is cruel, but Republicans say it's necessary to deliver on Trump's economic agenda and to root out waste and fraud, protecting the programs for those who need them. What the House passed is an opening bid as the process now shifts to the U.S. Senate, which must pass its own version of a tax and spending bill. Senators will be gauging the public reaction to the House bill and what critics have said is a reverse transfer of wealth, much of which will be put on the nation's credit card in the form of deficit spending. Here's a look at how the One Big, Beautiful Bill takes benefits from lower-income Americans in order to cut taxes, primarily for the wealthy. What is the basic math of the bill? How much does the bill cut in taxes? How much does it cut in spending? The House's tax and spending cuts package is certainly a big bill in terms of its impact. We don't have all the final figures yet because the Congressional Budget Office is still working on the analysis of the final version of the bill, which contains some significant last-minute changes. But CBO's initial estimates found that the package's tax measures would increase the deficit by $3.8 trillion over a decade, while other provisions would cut nearly $1 trillion in federal support for Medicaid and food stamps over that period. Medicaid, which provides health insurance to low-income Americans, would face the largest cuts in the package, with CBO projecting a nearly $700 billion reduction in federal spending. Meanwhile, food stamps, formerly known as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, would face a $267 billion cut in federal support. The bill would also increase spending for defense, immigration enforcement and homeland security, while pulling back on federal spending in some other areas. How much does it add to the national debt? The national debt is more than $37 trillion. How much would this bill add to that incredible figure? Overall, the bill would add $3.1 trillion to the nation's debt, including interest, over the next decade, according to an early independent analysis from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. We are still waiting for the final word from CBO. Long-term budget projections are notoriously difficult, and House Republicans were altering the provisions up until just before they passed the bill. Plus, things could